this week's CE Pro podcast. I'm Arlen Schweiger, Executive Editor. The wellness trend has certainly been accelerated due to COVID-19, and a new nationwide alliance of independent reps is working to help facilitate that. The PureTech Alliance unites a dozen veteran rep companies that are educating integrators and bringing new wellness solutions to the custom installation channel. Its two founders, Peter Dyeroff of Strateris Associates in New England and Seth Kaplan of LK and Associates in Florida, spoke exclusively to CE Pro about the alliance and what it means for integration companies.
Hi, Jason Knott with CE Pro, and I'm excited today to be digging into the wellness category with two of the premier reps in the industry, Peter Dyeroff, president of Strateris in Woburn, Mass. Hi, Peter.
How you doing, Jason? Glad to be here.
Thanks for joining me today. Also, Seth Kaplan, president of LK and Associates in Fort Lauderdale. Hi, Seth.
Hi, Jason. Thanks for having us.
Okay, you have some exciting news for us, and you two are two of the members of the new PureTech Alliance of rep companies. Peter, tell us a little bit about the PureTech Alliance and how it came to be.
Well, I can thank you and Julie Jacobson a bit for this, as we've been reading about wellness in CE Pro for several years now, and I've had many conversations with Julie over the years. It's real clear that the wellness category is ripe to be into our category, with integrators being in high quality homes and installations. We saw a few months back an article in CE Pro about Pure 365 entering the CI arena with their air purification solution. And both Seth and I discussed the opportunity of that and the possibility of putting together a national alliance of reps that was solely focused on the wellness category. We think there's a tremendous potential with the products coming into our channel. So we want to be the clarifying voice for wellness in the CI and CE Pro channels.
As Peter said, I mean, CE Pro's done such a great job of, really educating the CI channel of the upcoming wellness opportunities. And, all the research that we've seen from different sources show that over 90% of integrators will start to integrate wellness solutions and focus on wellness solutions going forward as part of their offering. And, we really see the CI channel with their technical skill set and abilities as the right types of dealers to be integrating these solutions.
So Seth, tell us a little bit about what the unique value proposition is that you plan to offer to vendors and integrators.
Well, it's a new channel for us as well in some respects, and some it's not. I think the majority, if not all, of the alliance partners already represent either natural or artificial lighting control lines, which is a pillar of wellness, as you know. But the rest of the wellness categories, such as air and water purification, as one example, are new to us as well as the dealers. So this is a perfect opportunity for us as manufacturers reps to help pioneer these new technologies and what we think is going to be, a very large emerging category. So by doing that and having the alliance of these 11 members, we can use the efficiencies across all of our companies to go to market with one voice. We have a training committee that will be making sure that our training is all on the same page. So one unified message, one point of contact for the vendors. Marketing will be the same. And we think it'll be not only the most efficient, but a very effective way to make the transition from the vendors into the CI community that are wellness vendors, as well as the adoption for our dealer base as easy and streamlined as possible.
Peter, tell us who's in the PureTech Alliance.
Well, we're very fortunate that we have been able to assemble a really terrific group of rep agencies around the country. Many are really top in their field. Morris Tate in Southern California, Oliver Marketing in Northern Cal and the Pacific Northwest, the New Tech Group in the Middle Atlantic states, Atlantic Integrated in the New York metro market, Momentum reps in the Rocky Mountains, along with their new rep firm Rio Grande reps in the Texas and New Mexico markets, High Tech Network in the Southeast, Orion Sales in the Midwest Chicago market, Frontline Sales up in Minnesota, Synapse Sales in the Missouri market, and of course, my partner and friend Seth Kaplan at LK Associates in Florida and Strateris in the Northeast.
It sounds like quite a strong group there. So let's dig into the category a little bit. You both have mentioned it, and we've seen the same data in CE Pro. We've been writing about it. Why do you see this as a category that has such strong potential for integrators? Peter?
Yeah, well, you know, as I said, many of us have been watching the wellness category with really great interest over the last few years. And we're coming together to bring this opportunity to our dealers' business model. Over the past, I'd say 10 years, many of our dealers have made products like lighting and shading part of their business model, and some of it is their entire business. Lighting and shading is a key component to wellness, as Seth was pointing out. You know, a few years back, we brought high-end networking to our dealers, and the dealers embrace that. And then again, that is a major portion of it also. So the dealers are ripe right now for this new technology to expand their business, bring a new and exciting product to their customer base, and one, frankly, that is, you know, is helping their customers have better and healthy, safe homes.
Seth, let me ask you this. Do you think the COVID-19 coronavirus situation has expanded that awareness and that potential for this category?
Yeah, I think it's not only expanded it, but it's certainly accelerated it. Like the other categories that Peter mentioned, you know, we see them kind of bubbling up on the outskirts of what we're doing. Everybody's very busy. The adoption process takes years and years. CEDIA, you guys had a wellness pavilion last year at the show. So like I mentioned earlier, you guys have been giving it its due justice as far as an up and coming category. Even myself is guilty of not embracing it sooner. But I do think that COVID-19 has changed the world, and everybody's going to be looking at the environments they're in, whether it be their home or their workplace, as how to make that a healthier space. And, you know, I think what we do on a day-to-day basis, as far as our integrators go, we've always done a great job of enhancing lifestyles. And I think this is going to bring greater value and importance to the CI integrators, because we're truly going to be enhancing people's lives with these wellness solutions.
All right, Peter, tell us some of the lines you've brought in. What lines have you been able to bring into the Alliance so far?
Well, you know, as we were talking about, many of these wellness companies really either don't know about the CI channel or don't have any experience with it. Our first line, which we're very excited to announce, is Pure 365, and that is our first line that we're starting with. They are part of the Healthway family, which is a global supplier of air purification products in the medical, commercial, and hospitality markets. Their IntelliPure brand, which is what we will be selling into the CI channel, is the #1 product in hospitality. They have exclusive arrangements with Marriott and Ritz-Carlton and others. So they're taking a huge commitment into our space and to bring this technology into the residential channel. So we are talking with our lines right now. So you're going to have to stay tuned on what those are coming up, hopefully in the not too distant future. But right now, we're going to have a lot to work with Pure 365. They, with their air purification, and they also bring in water purification as well that we'll be offering to our dealers.
All right, we talked about this category up and coming. We talked about the growing awareness, but general lack of awareness. What should integrators do to educate themselves? Seth?
Well, there is a lot of information out there. There are certifications also. For example, the WELL certification for both commercial and residential. What we found so far is that information has to be digested, and we feel that the PureTech Alliance can be crucial as far as the conduit to delivering that information to our channel. So we have an internal training committee that is dedicated to deciphering that info and figuring out the best ways to get it in the hands of and deliver it to our dealer base. And we will also be using our website as an informational platform to educate. All of our existing companies already have CEDIA outreach instructors as well. So we will continue, just like we've done in the past, as our independent firms have brought other emerging categories, whether it be natural artificial lighting control, networking, to educate these dealers in our own markets with the same plan that we roll out via our alliance. So we've achieved this in the past, like I mentioned, with other technologies. I don't see this as any different. I just think the material is different.
Yeah, Jason, we think there's a strong synergy between the wellness category and the traditional CI brands. That's going to be increased visibility into this category and bring opportunities for all of us, especially our dealer partners.
As you look across the different firms, we were already representing some very strong wellness brands like Savant, Lutron, and Legrand, just to name a few. And our firms are training on human-centric lighting and other aspects of wellness as it relates to lighting control.
Well, everybody knows the reps play a really important role in terms of educating the dealer base. So it's a great synergy for you guys to jump into this. All right, we talked about all these categories, human-centric lighting and water quality management and indoor air quality. Central vacuum is even part of this scheme. What categories are you most excited about for the integrator base? Seth?
Well, I mean, I think, like I mentioned, it's very exciting, human-centric lighting, which we've all been dealing with, as well as natural lighting control, such as window coverings. But we really are excited about our new partner, Pure365, and think, due to what you mentioned before, COVID-19 entering our worlds, we think indoor air quality going forward is just going to be such an enormous potential that will be top of mind for all of our dealers, clients out there. No matter what they're entering the home for, that is something that everybody is going to want to talk about. So we really see the opportunity with indoor air quality moving forward.
Yeah, there's so many parts of wellness in the home. I think we were reading, Seth, something like a $14 trillion business right now worldwide. For all of them are fascinating right now. We're all gobbling up the information as we can get it. I know that voice control is a great thing for wellness because you're not touching anything, and that is obviously very big in our sector right now. So there's a lot of places where we plan to dive into.
So we've got so many different categories, and we know there's a lack of awareness. What is going to be the most effective way for an integrator in the field to really show and talk effectively about wellness to his clients? How are you going to help them?
Well, as Seth was pointing out, we have all 11 of our partner companies have a large commitment to training in our individual regions. We believe that working as one instead of 11 individual companies can bring a better message, unified message. We can use each other's experience and knowledge to help craft the right messages and the right training for our dealers. Ultimately, the Alliance will benefit our vendor partners as well as our dealers as we embrace this new technology.
Let me ask you kind of a broader question here, and I'll direct this to you, Seth. You see some integrators do things like they launch a line voltage electrical, so they have a separate electrical division, or a security group, and they have a different brand for their security company. Do you see wellness being an integrated technology with their custom electronics business, or do they need to brand themselves separately as a wellness company in some way?
I see it as it being integrated, and I truly hope and think that it'll help make the other, more traditional CI solutions that they've been selling for years more viable as well. So I do see a synergy between wellness and technology, which is why I think that the CI channel is the right channel to be deploying these solutions and integrating it, into the environments that they're putting it in, whether, it's working with different sensors, whether it's working with, third-party automation systems, or a certain, air quality levels detected and certain actions and macros are kicked into play to resolve that situation. I do think it goes hand in hand. Now, it does lead to a different question, if we're having this conversation 5 years from now, what percentage of their business is in wellness solutions versus traditional AV? That'll be an interesting conversation to have. But I do think that they to me are one business.
Yeah, Peter, let me ask you on those same lines. We just did our wellness deep dive study in CE Pro, and one of the interesting things I saw in there was that integrators were saying that they really haven't figured out yet how to make money in the category. So what I'm seeing is you see things like Savant or Legrand Vantage, they already have pre-programmed human-centric lighting macros built into the system, but the integrator really isn't charging more for that or able to make more money on that. Is it really going to be that they have to get into really specific programming on the human-centric lighting side, or is it they need to start adding these other categories like Pure 365?
I think that, we're all learning. This is such a new category for everybody, whether you're talking about Savant or Lutron or Vantage lighting, there's Control 4 in there. There's a lot of lighting that is, all talking about human-centric lighting. It's a place where the dealers are learning it. There are some that are very proficient at it right now. Just like anything, the dealers that have been doing it the longest really have it down pretty well. And we feel that wellness products coming into it are going to be the same thing. There's so many wellness products to come into our category. One of the things that we're really focused on is trying to bring products that the dealers can easily integrate and easily understand so that they can add that to their business model as they move into this category.
All right, Peter Dyroff and Seth Kaplan, thanks for joining CE Pro today.
Thank you very much.
Jason.